look, your mortgage rate, it's fixed. So why is your payment going up? Well, picture this. It's present day, 2026. A woman walks out to her mailbox, same house she's owned for years, and pulls out an envelope she gets every month from her mortgage servicer. She opens it right there in the driveway, and her house payment just went up $200 a month. So she calls, and a very polite person tells her there's nothing they can do. Her rate, still 3.25%, locked, exactly what she signed for. The rate she was promised would never move, but the payment moved anyway, and nobody warned her it was coming. Here's what everybody assumes about a fixed rate mortgage. It's the whole reason people fight so hard to get one. You lock the rate and your payment is set for 30 years. That's the one bill in your life that's supposed to be a rock. Well, that is not the deal, because right now, all over the country, people who never refinanced, never moved, never touched a thing are opening that exact letter and finding a bigger number on a fixed loan. And if your gut is telling you something here doesn't add up, that you did everything right and you're somehow paying more anyway, your gut is right. It's just not wrong for the reason you'd think. Because only half of your fixed payment was ever actually fixed. The other half has two passengers riding along that you never agreed to. And lately, both of them have their foot on the gas. Before we're done, I'll show you who those two passengers are. And they're quietly taking more than their fair share. And the third thing, the one nobody sees coming, that stacks on top of both. And before you decide this is another conspiracy I dug up, it's not. This is more boring than a conspiracy. And that's exactly what makes it worse, because you can't vote out boring. You can't protest a math formula. So here's the shape of it. Your mortgage payment isn't one thing. It's two halves bolted together. The first half is the loan, the principal and the interest. That's the half your fixed rate actually fixed, locked, done. That half will look exactly the same in 10 years as it does today. The second half is the one nobody considers as much, and it never got locked, not for a single day. It gets recalculated every year, and whatever it did that year, your payment follows, up. So let's meet passenger number one. The second half of your payment goes into a holding account, an escrow account, and your servicer uses it to pay two bills on your behalf. And passenger number one is your property taxes. Now, you already know your property taxes go up. Everybody knows that. Your county reassesses, the number creeps, you grumble, you pay it. Old news. But nobody stops to ask the question that actually matters. Why are they charging you more for a house you already own and haven't sold? Here's the answer, and it's almost insulting. Remember when everybody cheered that home values shot up after 2020? Your house is worth so much more now. Great news, right? Well, your county thought so too. When your home's value climbs on paper, they reassess it, and the tax slice of your payment climbs to match. So that appreciation you celebrated, money you've never actually seen, can't spend, and won't see unless you sell, is the exact thing now reaching into your checking account every month. You're being charged in real cash for a number on a piece of paper. By another more insidious name, we call that unrealized gains. Yep, it's a wealth tax on people who aren't necessarily wealthy. Many are living check to check. This is the single most common reason these payments jump. About 60% of the time, it's the home's reassessment. And here's what almost nobody does about it. Somewhere between 30 and 60% of homes in this country are overassessed. The county's got them valued higher than they're actually worth and is taxing them on it. And yet fewer than 5% of homeowners ever challenge it. 5%. Everybody else just pays. Of the ones who do fight, 40 to 60% win and knock real money off. In some states with decent comps, people win nearly 9 times out of 10. Hello, Texas. You're allowed to fight this. Most people don't even know it's a fight. I put a resource in the description to help you with your fight if you need it. But passenger one isn't the worst of it. Passenger two is meaner. I'm talking about your homeowner's insurance. And same thing, you already know insurance has gone up. You felt it, renewal after renewal after renewal. So I'm not gonna insult you by announcing it like it's news. The question is the one nobody asks. Why is it up this much? And what are you actually paying for? Because it's not your house, you didn't file claims, you didn't do anything. Across the country, homeowner insurance is up almost 47% in 5 years. And in some states, it's far worse. Louisiana, premiums up around 58% heading into this year. Florida now averages over $7,000 a year, 181% above the national average. Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, nearly double the national rate. If you live in one of those states, you don't need me to tell you. You've watched it happen. So why so much? It's what they call reinsurance. The insurance your insurance company buys to cover itself. And after years of disasters, that's gotten brutally expensive. And they pass that expense on to you. Yeah, you're essentially paying double insurance. Your own and the insurance company's insurance. In Florida, that one piece can be up to 40% of your premium. You're not paying just to insure your house anymore. You're paying for the entire industry's exposure to every hurricane and every wildfire in the country. And it lands in your payment through that same escrow account on your fixed loan. So that's both passengers. Taxes flooring one pedal, insurance flooring the other. If that were the whole story, it'd be bad enough. But there's a third thing. And this is the one that makes people genuinely angry once they see it. It's called the double hit. See, here's how the machine actually runs. Once a year, your servicer does what's called an escrow analysis. They guess what those two bills will cost next year. They add a cushion on top. That's a federal rule. They're allowed to hold a little extra. And they divide it all by 12. That's your new monthly number. Now, watch what happens when last year's guess came in low, which lately it always does, because both passengers got the pedal to the metal, flooring it past the estimate. You're now in what they call a shortage. And they don't just raise you to the new higher number going forward. They also take last year's shortfall, the gap they undercollected, and spread it across your next 12 payments on top. So you get hit twice. The higher ongoing bill plus the catch-up for the bill they lowballed. The average shortfall this year is running over $2,000. Call it $180 a month just for the catch-up, before the new higher number even kicks in. So that's your payment. 2 passengers and a double hit, all pressing at once on the one bill that was supposed to be fixed. But there's a bigger question sitting under all of this. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because here's what just happened. After 2 solid years of the government telling us inflation was cooling, 2.5%, 3%, just about under control, the official number just jumped to 4.2%, the highest in 3 years. They finally admitted out loud that it's getting worse. So ask yourself this. If their number, the official, watered-down, government-blessed number, is finally showing 4.2%, why is your actual life so much more expensive than that? Well, here's why. And it's almost too perfect. When the government measures inflation, they have to put a price on housing. But they don't use what you actually pay. Not your property taxes, not your insurance, not your mortgage interest. Instead, they estimate what you could rent your own house to yourself for. They literally call it owner's equivalent rent. So the biggest purchase of your life gets counted by pretending you're renting it from yourself. It's like measuring a restaurant's cost by asking the owner what he'd charge himself for dinner and ignoring what he actually pays for the groceries. Which means the second half of your mortgage we just went through in detail is basically invisible to the official number. And look, I'm just a Marine on YouTube who buys houses for a living. I'm no economist, but I can see when math stops mathing. So when they say 4.2%, understand what that really is. That's the floor. That's the number after they've left out the stuff that's hurting you most. The real number, the one with your taxes and your insurance actually in it, is higher. It's always higher. And here's the pattern worth holding on to. Every time their official number ticks up, it's a safe bet the bills they don't count are climbing even faster. That inflation number isn't just a headline either. It sets your Social Security raise. It sets the cost of living bump on your pension. It's the yardstick they use to decide whether your savings are keeping up. So every year, they hand you a raise to match their number, while the real biggest bill in your life quietly blew right past it. You're not imagining the squeeze. The squeeze is the gap. It's the space between what they measure and what you actually pay. Now, here's the part I can't prove. I can't tell you exactly where that number goes next month. Nobody can. A lot of this latest jump, it's in energy and energy swings. But I'll tell you what I think is happening underneath. As long as home values stay high, the reassessments keep coming. As long as the disasters keep coming, the insurance keeps climbing. And as long as the official yardstick can't see either one, that gap doesn't close. It widens, quietly, every year, on the backs of exactly the people who did everything right. So, what do you actually do with this? First, today, go find your escrow analysis. It's probably sitting in your mortgage app right now. Open it. Find 3 lines, your new monthly number versus the old one, the shortage line, and the projected amounts for those 2 bills. That one page tells you exactly which passenger is flooring it, taxes or insurance. Maybe it's both. And whether part of your jump is just a one-time catch-up you'll stop paying next year. Then go after the 2 things you're actually allowed to fight. Pull your county assessment. If they've got your home valued higher than the houses actually selling around you, that's an appeal. And remember, most people who fight it do win. Then pull your insurance. That number is shoppable. Your deductible's a lever. And right now, 1 in 5 homeowners is already switching to get out from under it. If you need help with either one of those, I linked 2 resources in the description for you below. And that leaves you with a choice. 1, do nothing and just pay the bills as they come. Or 2, fight the best you can with the tools you've got. You don't have to completely surrender to the system. We don't do that here. And that's why I pulled this next one out here for you to watch next. You worked for it, you paid for it, and they're quietly trying to take it all back. And here, I'll walk you through 7 different parts of the system that individually may not impact your day-to-day life so much, but collectively, they're changing everything about our lives. So watch this one next. God loves you, and so do I. Take care.